Hello dear students, welcome to the accountancy class. What is our today's class topic? See, we are going to learn the classification of the particulars into revenue and capital items. Okay, what are the classifications? See, 5 classifications are there: capital receipts, capital expenditure, revenue receipts, revenue expenditure, and deferred revenue expenditure. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ನೀವು ಥಿಯರಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಂಡಿರಿ. You have learned about this into your theory class. You have understood the definition and you have also taken the examples. Now this is a compulsory practical oriented question. It means what? It will come into your exam for 5 marks under section E, and therefore it becomes important for you to understand the classification into revenue and capital items. Along with this, that it is important for section E, it is also important for the solving of 12 marks question. Because see, all the revenue items will go into your income and expenditure account, and all the capital items will go into your balance sheet. Step ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಲೆಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅದರಾಗಿನ ಎಲ್ಲ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾವು? ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ದಾಗ ಹೋಗ್ತಾವು. ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾವು? ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ದಾಗ ಹೋಗ್ತಾವು. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ನೀವು 12 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬಿಡಿಸಾಕತ್ತೀರಿ, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಓಕೆ, ದಿಸ್ ಐಟಮ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಇನ್ ಟು ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ and this item will go into balance sheet. So today's class is going to help you in 2 ways. First, it will help you in the practical oriented question. Along with that, it will also help you in understanding the 12 marks questions in a easy way. So let us start with our question number 1. Okay, what they have told, say, classify the following into capital and revenue items. ಇದೇ ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೋ. For 5 items they will give you 5 marks. Okay, so all you need to do is ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದೈತಿ, ಯಾವ ಐಟಮ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತೈತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬರೆಯೋದೈತಿ. Many students ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ can I write only answers? Yes, of course you can write down only answers, but I would advise if you can write question and answer both, it will be better. ಹೆಂಗಾದ್ರೂ ಸೆಕ್ಷನ್ E ದಾಗ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. So at the end, how much time is left with you, on the basis of that you take the judgment. Only answer is fine. Okay, so E start ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಡೋಣ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. Life membership fees, what kind of item it is? See, in how many classes you have to classify? 5. What are those? Capital receipts, capital expenditure, revenue receipts, revenue expenditure, deferred revenue expenditure. Capital receipts are those which are non-recurring in nature, which are received once in a while. Capital expenditure are those where the expenditure is huge, but its benefit also will be earned for more than 1 or 2 years. The revenue expenditure are the day-to-day expenses which are incurred in the routine cycle. Okay, and therefore they are called as revenue expenditure. In the same way, there are regular incomes into a organization also, which are earned into a normal day-to-day course. So they are called as revenue receipts. Now, there are some expenses which are heavy in nature, but they are not capital expenditure. Okay, like advertisements. ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ಅದರ ಖರ್ಚು ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡದಾಗಿರ್ತೈತಿ, ಬಟ್ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಒಂದು ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಖರೀದಿ ಮಾಡೋದು ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಂಡಿಚರ್ ಐತಿ, ಬಟ್ ಅಡ್ವರ್ಟೈಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಸೆಟ್ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ? ನೋ. ಸೊ such expenses which are huge in nature and whose benefits will be reaped for more than 1 year, that kind of expenses are called as deferred revenue expenditure. Okay, so ಇಲ್ಲಿ 5 classes ಮತ್ತು ಅದರ brief classification ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಳೇನಿ. So life membership fee, what category it will come? It will come under capital receipts. Okay, so write down capital receipts. Then sales proceeds of a old tennis ball. Okay, so tennis balls ಏನದ ಅದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಮಾರಿ. Okay, so ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನು ದುಡ್ಡು ಬರ್ತೈತಿ? It's a revenue receipt. First ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ದುಡ್ಡು ಬರಾಕತ್ತೈತೋ ಹೋಗಾಕತ್ತೈತಿ. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಾಕತ್ತೈತಿ. So it's a revenue receipts. ಲಾಟರಿ ಹತ್ತವು ಇಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ therefore it is capital receipts. ನೀವು ಬರೇ ಕ್ಯಾಪಿಟಲ್ ರೆವೆನ್ಯೂ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಸಿಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಡೌನ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ಲಿ capital receipts, revenue receipt, whatever it is. So here it is capital receipts. Then honorarium paid to the secretary. Okay, honorarium means what? It is the a kind of salary. ಈಗ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಅಂತ ಶಬ್ದ ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಂಗಿಲ್ಲ? ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಎವ್ರಿ ಮಂತ್ ನೀವು ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತೈತಿ, ಅವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬಹುದು. ಬಟ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ವಾಲಂಟರಿಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಸರ್ವಿಸಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಬೈ ದ ಸೆಕ್ರೆಟರಿ, for that you are giving some amount to him, and that's why we are not using the word salary. Instead we are using the word honorarium. Okay, so this is a revenue expenditure. Revenue expenditure. Okay, next, legacies received. What is this? This is a capital receipt. This is a capital receipt. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ಲಿ ಅಂತೂ ಲೆಗಸೀಸ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ one word you are going to get 1 mark each. Totally ಎಷ್ಟು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಇಂತ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಬರ್ತಾವು? for 5 marks. Okay, we will go for the next question. This is question number 2. What they are saying, see, classify the following items into capital and revenue items. Okay, so just go through it. Now, ಎಷ್ಟು items ಇರ್ತಾವ ನೋಡ್ರಿ? 5 ಅದಾವ. Capital receipt, capital expenditure, revenue receipt, revenue expenditure and deferred revenue expenditure. So ನೀವು installation of lights and fans along ಖರ್ಚು ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀರಿ. You have learned this in your PUC first year, that while fixing any asset, if any repairs, installation costs are coming, it is included into the cost of asset itself, and therefore the cost of installing lights and fan will be what kind of item? It will be capital expenditure. So write down capital expenditure. Okay, in the same way, special subscriptions received for special purpose like building fund, prize fund. Okay, so it will be capital receipt, because directly we are going to show it into the balance sheet. Capital receipts. Then laboratory expenses incurred by the science department. Okay, science department dawrige lab items ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತಾವ. So do they do these expenses regularly or once in a while? Once in a while, and therefore it is a capital expenditure, because once you buy those kind of things, they will last for minimum 2 to 3 years. Then prizes awarded to students on the college day. Okay, so where it will come, see the prizes awarded. Okay, it will be a revenue expenditure. It will be a revenue expenditure. Okay. Now, next and last item is match expenses met out of match fund. Match salವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಫಂಡ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಾರೋ ಅದರಾಗಿಂದನ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀರಿ? match expenses ಗೆ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತೀರಿ. So it is a capital expenditure. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಯಾವಾಗ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಡೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಫಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತೈತಿ for special purpose, ಅದರಾಗಿಂದನ ನೀವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿರುವಂತಹ ಖರ್ಚುಗಳನ್ನು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, and therefore it is called as a capital expenditure. Okay, now see the cost of installing lights and fans, capital expenditure. Special subscriptions received for special purpose, capital receipts. Laboratory expenses incurred by the science department. Suppose if it is the purchase of assets or whatever apparatus is required, then it will be a capital expenditure. But as it is saying that it is the expense, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು assumption ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡ್ತೈತಿ that you regular expenses ಅದ. Okay, so ಅವಾಗ ನೀವು ಏನು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, revenue expenditure ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. Then prize awarded to students on the college day, it is also a regular expense, so revenue expenditure. Then match expenses met out of the match fund. Normally match expenses ಅಷ್ಟ ಕೊಟ್ಟರು revenue expenditure ಅಂತ ಬರೀರಿ. Please understand this. If they are giving only the match expenses, write it into revenue expenditure. But if they are telling that these expenses are met out of the match fund only, that is the special fund which is given for that, then it will become a capital expenditure. Okay, slide to close all correction ಆಯಿತು, ತಪ್ಪು ಬರೆದು ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. So ಸಮಾಧಾನದಿಂದ ಬನ್ನಿ. Okay, so we will go for the next question. Question number 3. Yes. So what they are saying, see here, honorarium paid to a surgeon by hospital. Okay, ಯಾವ್ದಾರೆ ನೀವು ಭಾಳ ಸತಿ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಆಗ್ತೈತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ಸರ್ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೋ ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಥವ್ರು ಯಾರು ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ಕೆಲವೊಬ್ರು ಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಫ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ಅಗದಿ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಗಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಳಿಸೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನಾದ್ರು ನೀವು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತೀವಿ, that becomes a honorarium which is paid to a surgeon by some hospital. Okay, does it happen on the regular basis? No, it's a once in a while item. Okay, so it will come under the category revenue expenditure. Okay, next item, installation charges of a new machinery. Capital expenditure. Then subscriptions to newspapers and periodicals, regular item, revenue expenditure. Then cost of construction of a pavilion by a sports club. You all must be knowing what's a pavilion, where the sportsmen they sit, that is pavilion. Okay, so the construction of that is a capital expenditure. Then donation received for constructing a swimming pool, it's a capital receipt. Okay, so on the nature of the item, what you are doing, you are classifying it into various categories. Okay, and for this how many marks do you get? 5 marks. Now let us go for the last question of today's class. Okay, so classify the following into capital and revenue items. Okay, so what it says, see, carriage paid on goods purchased, so it's a normal routine item, so revenue expenditure. Then salary paid to groundmen for upkeep of the ground. Ground the kasa ಹೊಡೆಯುವುದಾಯಿತು, ನೀರು ಹೊಡೆಯುವುದಾಯಿತು, cleanliness ಆಯಿತು. Okay, for that you need to pay to the groundmen. So this is a regular expense, so revenue expenditure. Then sale of old sports material. Okay, when you do the sales, ultimately the money will come. So it's a receipt, but what kind of receipt? Revenue receipt. Okay, next item, locker rent paid. Okay, it's a regular expense, so So revenue, expenditure. And the last item is heavy advertisement expenses incurred for a new product. So when a heavy expense is there, which is revenue in nature, but it is heavy, so ultimately what it is called? It is called deferred revenue expenditure. Okay. So see here, this question is very special because you can see not a single capital item is coming. So ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ದಾಗ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಈ ರೀತಿಯಿಂದನೂ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತಿ ತಯಾರಾಗ್ತೈತಿ. Not a single capital item is given, and once the student has written everything, they start doubting, "Arey, how it is possible? One also capital item is not coming." It may happen. Okay, so ultimately ಅವರು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತಾರೋ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾರಿಟಿನ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಕತ್ತಾರೋ. Okay. So with this, I hope you have understood today's 4 questions. All these 4 questions are very important. If you have understood these 4 questions also, it's more than enough for your practical oriented questions. Okay. So with this, we have also come to the end of the 6 marks question. Now in the next class, what we are going to do? We are going to understand the various adjustments which are coming into non-profit organization. Once I will explain you all the adjustments and the effects, adu helida mele ನಾವು ಏನು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ 12 marks of the question start ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. How many 12 marks question I will be solving? 10. Okay, already ನಿಮ್ದು ಎಲ್ಲ syllabus cover ಆಗೈತೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ. This is the revision that we are doing. Okay, so I hope you are understanding my classes. We shall continue in the next class.